Welcome to a new lesson here at FN-FOREX Academy where we learn, trade, and succeed. Before we dive in, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's grow and succeed together. So on lesson 3, we are going to be looking at what we actually trade in the Forex market. Yes, the Forex market we trade. What do we trade in the Forex market? Or what can we trade in the Forex market, right? So basically in the Forex market, foreign exchange, we trade foreign currencies. But aside from those foreign currencies, there are other commodities that we can also trade. So we are going to be looking at details of what we actually trade in the Forex market. So first of all, we trade currency pairs, but these currency pairs are made up of currencies. So we have 8 major currencies. 8 major currencies. These 8 major currencies, when paired together, gives us 28 currency pair. Please, let's get this right. So there are 8 major currencies: CAD, USD, Euro, JPY, Japanese yen, AUD, that's Australian dollars, NZD, that's New Zealand dollars, CHF, that's Switzerland, France. These are 8 major currencies. These currencies now, because we don't trade currencies, we trade currency in pairs. These currencies now, when paired together, gives us 28 currency pairs. Why are we trading currencies in pairs? Because the forex market is the simultaneous buying of one currency and selling of another. So there will always be 2 currencies involved to give us 1 pair. So that gives us the reason why we are trading currency pairs and not currency. Most people make this mistake. What do they trade in the forex market? Currencies? No. We trade currency pairs. These currencies are being traded in pairs. So 8 major currencies when paired together gives us 28 currency pairs. And these 28 currency pairs, right? These 28 currency pairs are divided into 2 categories. We have the minor and we have the major currencies. The major currencies are made up of 7 of the 28 currency pairs, while 21 are minor currency pairs, right? So we are going to be starting with the major currency pairs and some characteristics of the major currency pair. So right here we have the major currency pairs. These are pairs that are traded with USD. Given that USD is the most traded currency in the forex market, it makes all major currency pairs highly liquidated. These pairs include the most traded currencies such as Euro USD, GBP USD, USD CHF, NZD USD, USD CAD, AUD USD. So we are talking about the 7 major currency pairs. Why are they considered the major currency pairs? Because these pairs must have USD, right? What is unique about USD? USD is the most traded currency. Most companies do international transactions with USD. Like I mentioned earlier, when I was traveling to Malaysia, that's in Asia, from Cameroon, I had to change my francs to USD because I could not get the Malaysian Riri in Cameroon. When I reached Malaysia now, I had to change out of my USD now to Malaysian Riri. So at that point, I've already done 2 exchange with USD. The same thing when I'm going to Dubai. Most of the time, I'll always change my francs to USD because I'll easily have places to easily exchange my USD to the dirhams, right? So the USD is the most traded. Same as I am using it locally. Other companies, other countries are doing international trade using the USD. That makes it the most traded and therefore giving it that liquidity. I said in the beginning that when you hear of liquidity, we are talking of money, right? So it gives it that liquidity, therefore making the major currency pairs to be the most volatile, right? That's the move the most because they have USD. The currencies are traded against USD and USD is the most traded in the platform. So if you look at the currency pairs, take note of the currency pairs, you're going to see that most of them have USD. For example, here we have Euro USD. We have GBP USD, right? Right down here we have USD JPY. We have USD CHF. We have NZD USD. USD CAD, right? AUD USD. So they must have that USD, right? Now that USD now makes them the major currency pairs, and some of their characteristics are they are the most volatile, they have the most liquidity, and I've explained why they are the most volatile and they have the most liquidity. And lastly, they have tight spreads. When we talk about spreads, we are going to look at that under lesson 4, forex price, or lesson. We are going to look at that under lesson 4. Yeah, it's key concepts in trading, right? So they have tight spread. When we talk about tight spread, small spread, right? Spread is the cost you actually pay, the commission you pay to the brokers. So when we say the major currency pairs have tight spread, it means they have low cost of trading, right? So if you're trading the major currency pairs, the brokers will charge you very low because they have tight spreads, unlike the minor currency pairs and the exotic pairs. So that is that for the major currency pairs. Now we go to the minor currency pairs, right? The minor currency pairs simply have less volume and less liquidity, unlike the major currency pairs. The minor currency pairs, these are pairs that do not involve the US dollars, right? So pairs that you will not see them trading against the US dollars. So if you look at, pay attention to some of the minor pairs. Since we have 21 of them, we are not going to list it all. We are going to list just a few. So right here on the minor pairs right here, sorry, I'm not drawing, my hand is a little shaky. But these are the minor pairs right here. So on the minor pairs, we are going to see that we have Great British Pounds versus JPY. We have NZD JPY. We have AUD CHF. We have Euro GBP. We have AUD NZD, right? We have Euro GBP. So these are minor pairs because they don't have the USD, unlike the major currency pairs. So since they don't have the USD, they have less volume and less liquidity. But these pairs are still good to trade, right? So you could trade the major currency pairs, you could trade the minor currency pairs. They all move, they all have liquidity, they all give you opportunities to get in, buy or sell, make profit, and get out, right? Now, like I mentioned earlier, one of the reasons why you trade Forex is about the diversification. So aside from these Forex currency pairs, where we have the major and the minor currency pairs, there's also a unique currency pair that we also have, which is the exotic pairs. Now, exotic pairs involve pairs where currencies of developed countries are pairing with currencies of developing countries, right? Currencies of developed countries are paired with currencies of developing countries. So you see those 8 major currencies are the major currencies that have been traded in the foreign exchange market. That gives us the 28 currency pairs. But aside from that, we also have the exotic pair, right? So this exotic pair, what makes that different? The exotic pair is simply pairs of developed countries paired with currencies of developing countries. So currencies of developed countries paired with currencies of developing countries, right? So we are going to look at a few. The exotic pairs are not recommended to trade, right? I will not recommend you trade the exotic pairs because their spreads are very wide. That's the cost you pay to actually trade the exotic pairs are very wide. Some of them can be very volatile, right? True, giving you some liquidity at some point in time. But the spreads are very wide. That's the cost you pay is very high, right? So why not choose from the major or the minor currency pairs, right? Or other commodities and other indices, which we are going to look at as we go ahead. So the exotic pairs, some example of the exotic pairs, we have USD CRY, that is the USD Turkish Lira. We have USD ZAR. USD ZAR is USD versus South African Rand. We have USD XAF, that is USD versus the France CFA. We have USD NGN, that is the USD versus the Nigerian Naira, right? So these are exotic pairs are pairs where currencies of developed countries are paired with currencies of developing countries. And like I said, they have wide spreads and low liquidity because transactions are hardly going on between these developing countries' currencies, right? So they have low spreads and low liquidity. It might take long before you see some movement on this particular pair. So generally, it's not recommended for you to trade. aside from these currency pairs, we now have other commodities, right? Other commodities, we have gold right here. Besides currency pairs, you can trade commodities like gold, right? Gold and oil, gold, silver, and many others. We're just giving a few examples. So we have gold. I personally trade gold most of the times, right? So gold is very volatile, but I mean, there's a way of approaching it which we are going to look at as we go ahead. We have oil, right? Aside from these commodities, we have cryptocurrencies. We have BTC USD, that's Bitcoin. So this is the symbol for Bitcoin, BTC USD. Let me highlight that. So we have BTC USD, right? That's the symbol for Bitcoin. We have Litecoin USD, that is the symbol for Litecoin. We have Ethereum USD, that is the symbol for Ethereum. So you can trade BTC. You hear BTC is getting to 100K. When Trump won election, BTC got to 100K. That is it right there. You can analyze BTC and actually day trade BTC, unlike these people that buy these cryptos and hold, waiting for it to go up so that they make profit. But you as a day trader, you are able to trade BTC either buying or by selling. That is the advantages you get, right? So BTC, if BTC is falling, you realize that, okay, BTC is going to be falling. The price of BTC is going to drop. You can sell, you make profit. Why those who bought and waiting for BTC to keep rising so that they keep making profit are lamenting? You have sold and you are making profit. Same goes with every other currency pair and every other commodity we trade right here. Then we also have stocks. Under stocks, I've given you a few. We have Apple, we have Amazon, we have Facebook. There are many other stocks which we can also trade. It is all in the broker we are going to be using, Xness, right? So I'll be showing you guys all of these commodities, the stocks, the indices, everything, and how you can actually trade them right there. So aside from that, we have indices. Now, these indices are mostly companies joined together, right? So we have indices. You see, I named a few of them here. We have US Tech. Another name for US Tech is NAS 100 or US 100. Most American traders turn to trade indices. US Tech, right? That is maybe US 30 or US 100. We also have UK 100. We also have US 500. That's S&P 500. That's another name for it, right? These are all indices. You can decide which one you want to choose to trade. At the end of the day, you might try to trade maybe just 5 currency pairs. At the end of the day, you might try to trade maybe just 1 commodity and 2 currency pairs, right? It will all depend on you. I will not decide for you on which pair you are going to trade at the end of the day. But as we go ahead, we get into technical analysis, we start analyzing, and you start analyzing also, you're going to realize that, okay, I love trading USD JPY more than this other pair. I love trading metal, or I love trading gold more than currencies, right? And you are going to choose, you are going to narrow down to a few number of pairs which you are going to be trading, because it's not recommended to trade many pairs. It's not recommended to be everywhere. It's the same like a school. If you have too many subjects, somebody who has 20 subjects and somebody who has 5 subjects, you who has 5 subjects will master those 5 subjects more and better than somebody who has 20 subjects, right? But I will not choose for you, because choosing this currency pairs has a lot of things involved, right? Maybe the time you are trading, right? Maybe your risk tolerance, right? Maybe your ability to quickly place a trade and quickly get out of the trade. So when we get into technical analysis, we are going to be practicing, you'll be practicing on your demo account. You'll see that, okay, I am more profitable on major currency pairs than maybe minor currency pairs. Or for some reasons, maybe you might just like the name GBP USD. And all the time you go to your chart, you go to GBP USD. You get familiar with it, you stick with it, right? So as we go ahead, you're going to choose the currency pair or the commodity or the crypto or the stock that you're going to be trading at the end of the day. But I bet you trading few is going to be better than trading a wide variety. So that is that for what we actually trade in the Forex market, right? Trading these currency pairs, minor, major, exotic, commodities, crypto, stock, indices, right? So up to lesson 4. Lesson 4 now we are going to look at key concepts in forex trading. These key terms that you might have been hearing from forex traders, right? You might be hearing these terms from forex traders. You basically don't know what it's all about. We are going to be getting into some of those key concepts in forex trading under lesson 4, right? So you understand that better.